they are moving troops. Hopefully with our forces staged on this side, they might think we're coming in this way, but I do see troops over here too. Troops over there. Oh boy, there's troops everywhere. This could be a problem. Now we have more political points we could put towards something. Oh, we have a third that we didn't do. Army regrouping. Once this combat is resolved, we merge the fleets. We switch them over to naval invasion support here so that we can get bombardment. We did win this first battle, which is good. Got our aggressive assaulter trait, so we can get that bonus. Here comes the army. Get out there, support the troops.
Befehle! Ausrücken!
I'm gonna try to cut off their route of reinforcement. Let's see if that happens. No. I don't think I'm going to be able to cut them off, but we'll hit them from 3 directions. We got them. Okay, so at this point, this is where things start to get precarious. We have our landing force here. They're going to be vastly outnumbered by the Turks. The Romanians can send reinforcements. So we're up against 2 countries, and we are lacking in gear. We also have a very small army compared to what I normally have by now, and we're way behind on building more. So I'm going to try to fill out a full army of reinforcements and get as many troops on the board as possible. Additionally, this is why we pre-staged all of the rest of this army over here, because we want them to be able to get here in a hurry. And we're going to expand this beachhead to whatever the defensible position we can get is. And right now, I want that to be this river, and that river, the lake. We'll cut them off at the railroad here. This bulge is going to be our main force until we can get another army in here and until we can get the panzers in here to roll forward. Our first spearhead is going to work on getting country cut in half. And we'll wait to bring the second group until I'm certain that we have enough supply in the area to get everybody functioning properly. We also don't have an airport yet, so I can't fly in supply, I can't bomb, I can't do anything like that. Do a little micromanaging here, get as much territory as I can.
Befehle! Greift weiter an! Angetreten!
Here come the reinforcements. The armor has arrived. They're green lit. Now for research, we gotta start thinking pretty long term here. We're gonna be at war for a while, so there are things that could benefit the next stage of the war. We're already working on logistics company, which will do that. We are gonna capture a lot of territory, so military police might be a good idea. I think I'll go with that. Now, the tanks aren't rolling, so I'm gonna micro the tanks and get them in there. So we are going to capture some territory beyond my original offensive line for now, but that's okay. Next army's not quite ready to deploy yet. We do have part of it. So I think I will send the incomplete part to the staging area. In the meantime, we'll get the second Panzer unit ready. As the first one is trying to cut the country in half, we'll take the second one and go straight for the capital. We still haven't cleaned up the resistance next to our only port, which I don't like, because that's a threat to our supply line here, so I'm gonna micro a little bit.
Ausrücken! Angetreten!
Alright, we do have enough for the first Doctrine. We also have enough for our first non-one of these. So I could go for the political power to catch up, get a political power boost here, but I'm very close to doing some research that is going to be quite costly in time without some of these. So I think I'm going to get stuck going with this first. We'll go with the light aircraft designer. Okay, with the invasion well underway at this point, we are seeing plenty of territory, but still haven't captured this airport, which would get us some good air support. I'm going to wind up having to micromanage that, possibly. But we'll see what we can do here. Finally starting to get this port cleared. Driving to cut them off. I like it. It's going well. Driving to the capital. That's going well. Looks like we have enough for another Doctrine at 50% off here. Elastic defense. Looks like we have enough for a promotion here as well once we get the command power. So once I get up to 15, I'll get him a promotion.
Zum Ausrücken. Bereit. Zuhören. Bereit. Achtung.
Alright, our light infantry is in the theater, so I'm going to have them take over the weak side here.
Zeigt es ihnen. Zuhören. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Alright, we have the capital.
Befehle.
And we've cut the country in half, so now we're gonna head towards our next objective with the Panzers. You guys are gonna go straight for Istanbul.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
This group, go for the new capital. Light infantry are basically just gonna hold the line for right now. Now we're way behind on my naval research, so my next thing is going to be to start working on naval research, and the Air Force is going to come in when we get our free tree, or our free research from the focus tree.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle?
Right. Everything is going according to plan. We are just slightly behind my original timetable.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Achtung. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Istanbul was recaptured after I abandoned it, but that's okay. We'll get it back here pretty quick. We'll let the army clean this up and the Panzer Corps can get Istanbul back. Alrighty, now even though there are two wars going on, the war with Turkey and the war with Romania, they are considered split in terms of the peace treaty. So now that Turkey has capitulated, I'm going to go ahead and carve this up. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, because of how broken the whole peace system is, I'm going to hit pass a bunch of times so I can make the points I need to make my decisions. Next off, I am going to create the state of Kurdistan as a satellite. That's going to give them this region. I'm going to end turn so that they become a piece of the negotiation. Now that they have some negotiation rights, I'm going to click on them and click on a tile I want to give them. This will give Kurdistan the border with Russia so that I don't have to deal with it, and Kurdistan will build some of its own troops that I can hopefully use to garrison that border over the next couple of years. Now that we have our section of Kurdistan, I'm going to double check that I am still Germany by clicking on Germany, and then I am going to basically take all of the rest of this for myself, gaining tons of chromium, steel, and industrial facilities that now belong to Germany. The peace conference is over. I am roughly on schedule. I would say I would have liked for this to have happened maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. All things considered, not too bad. What I'd like to do, though, is that by the end of this year, or by this time next year, I want to have Romania. The problem with that is I have no land border with Romania. Once I'm done with the extra research slot, I can start working toward getting a land barrier by bypassing the Rhineland and taking Austria through the focus tree, followed by going down here and taking Czechoslovakia through the focus tree. Assuming, of course, that the Allies still let me have Czechoslovakia after having upset the apple cart a little bit here. That's going to take forever, and I am not going to wait that long to get a land border with Romania. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take the surface fleet and the subfleet, and we're going to rebase them right here. And as soon as we reorganize the army and replan for our next naval invasion, we will be able to hit Romania.